Yeah. All right, man. We can get this started, Smiley. So we could just have like a regular conversation like we were just having, and then, you know.
Yeah. What's good, Lamar? What's good?
What it do, man? My man Smiley Nunez.
Yeah. Smiley Rojas Nunez.
Okay, Rojas Nunez. Okay.
When I wake up and I look out, my thoughts begin to race. Then I see you and it all begins to quiet down. Some days I wake up and think
Yeah, man. From New York City, Dominican to the fullest. Currently living in Mexico, because, you know, this is apparently where people go to make their hip-hop dreams come true, Mexico. You heard that one before?
I never heard that one. Maybe some reggaeton or something.
Yeah.
So like what? So why are you in Mexico though? Why are you in Mexico?
That's a good question. So yeah, I moved here January of this year, January of 2019. And basically, before this, I was living at home in New York City. That's where I was born, I was raised. And I just felt like I needed my own space, and I needed to get away from what I've always known in order to be able to grow as a person.
Okay, that's dope.
So I was like, and also like I even thought about just moving out of my parents' crib. I was living with my mother and my sister, but I was like, nah, like I just need to be in a whole different space.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the way I chose Mexico is because I'd never been here before.
Wow.
I'd never been here before, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Mexico's super close. I've been to all these other countries in Latin America.
Yep.
And in Asia, and I've never been to Mexico, and it's like right there. So I was like, all right, I'll go there. And I'll even tell you something very interesting. I'm in the city of Oaxaca. It's like, you wouldn't really know about it unless you knew about Mexico for real. And I only ended up here because I went to Mexico City, which is like bigger than New York City.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I was like, oh, this is not what I'm looking for at all. And I was just very fortunate to be staying at a friend of a friend's place who's Oaxaqueña. And she saw me depressed at her apartment for a week. This was a year ago. I went for a week. And I was like, I'm going to see in a week if I like it here or not. And then I was there for a week depressed. And she's like, yo, I'm in her crib, like, with these negative vibes.
Exactly.
And she's like, what is it that you're looking for? And I was like, yo, I want 3 things. I want a place where it's sunny every day. I want a place that is small so I don't have to do public transportation. I could kind of just walk everywhere. And I want a place where there's art and culture, and it doesn't even have to be music related, just an appreciation for art and culture. And she was like, oh, well, then just go to Oaxaca. And that was it.
Like she knew immediately. She knew immediately where to go.
Yeah, like that was in September of 2018. I went back to New York City to finish the year, and then I bought my plane ticket for January of 2019 to Oaxaca, and I just moved there.
Wow.
I didn't visit. I moved there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, and I guess you're staying with like a host family, or what's going on?
No, bro, I got my own crib.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I was working at the time for a nonprofit in New York City, and I convinced them to let me work remotely for them.
Man, people like you, man, create like. I'm amazed by people who can just tell the job what they're gonna do and just convince them of it. Like somebody else convinced, like their job to let them live in California. I'm just like, y'all, like I need to be like y'all, like. I can't even convince my job. I can't convince my job to give me a raise, let alone let me live in another country.
Yeah, man. It was also like I was at the right place at the right time. Like the organization was cool about it. For me personally, I was moving in January with or without a job.
Right.
In my mind, in my mind, I knew. I was like, yo, I don't feel. Oh, you gotta like that.
Nah, exactly. Nah, it's burning right now. It's burning right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but to finish that story, basically, I was gonna leave with or without a job because I saved up some money, and I was like, you just gotta. I mean, it felt like it was time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to ignore that anymore. But yeah.
No reasons to apologize, only reasons to dip. Oh, have no reasons to apologize, only reasons to come correct. Have no reasons to apologize, only reasons to be honest with you about how I feel inside.
What helped flip the switch was that in the summer of 2019, back in July, I went to New York City. After 6 months of being in Mexico, I went back to a music conference, a networking conference. And what was beautiful about being there was that it was very like professional, very serious. Like it wasn't like this crazy thing that I'm trying to do music. Like it was very normal.
Yeah.
It was a whole business. They were like, yeah, you are right.
Nah, before you go any further, when I first got noticed that you was gonna be an artist, you don't know how happy I was. I'm like, yes, cause I like, as you get older, like for example, like when obviously we knew each other in Brazil, right? And that was that was 4 or 5 years ago, right when we were still like, some of us were still in undergrad or just about to graduate. Going to there, I was completely fine on getting a job with an accounting firm or anything like that. I was so happy to make, a decent salary, $40,000. Like I'm just happy at like a basic ass life like that. And then traveling abroad and being out there for so long and then leaving, coming back home, I wanted to make music. You know why I wanted to make music? Because when I was in Brazil, I was in a grocery store, right? No one speaks English or whatever, right? But I hear a Rihanna song. And I'm like, yo, like that's something I recognize. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And it made me realize like music is universal. So when I came home, I'm like, yo, and then on top of music being universal, like I noticed that when you're somebody, I feel like me and you, like we can connect with people. And I feel like you are good at connecting with people. And so like, I feel like you should use that. And I feel like with music, you can use that, So I was excited when I heard about it, man.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said resonates with me because for me, I feel like the power of music is that like, I mean, subconsciously people don't even understand. It's like music can program you. Like if you're hearing like bars and words and a message, like someone's talking directly into your ear.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I like connecting with people there. But then for me, it was also kind of like, I don't hear certain messages being sent I feel like I got my own story to tell that I don't necessarily hear, so let me take a shot at that.
Right.
And when I went to the music conference, I was actually disappointed and upset with myself because it had been 6 months since I've been living in Mexico and I just wasn't prepared for the music conference. Like it was very serious there. Like,
and you feel like you could have done more, you could have networked more and stuff like that?
I networked while I was there, but what I mean by disappointed is that like I wasn't prepared for the event, like with material. Like, okay, you gotta come correct, like, and that's something that I'm learning about right now as an independent artist. Like, it's not just about writing and recording. To be honest with you, that's been like the easier part of it, to sit down and try to write a song and go into the studio and record it and whatever. But it's like, bro, there are thousands of songs being released every day. Yeah. Like, how are you gonna get noticed? And so that's what I mean by not being prepared, like just marketing materials, just like having a nice website done, having business cards, like, damn, it's just, yeah, damn. Like the actual music is like one type. Yeah, exactly. If you're trying to make a business and a life out of it, like, 'cause for me, I moved because it's not a hobby for me. It's like I'm trying to eat off of music. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah.
Nah, that's dope, bro. Yeah. That's like, and And I can relate. I can relate to like everything you're talking about with business, because obviously I started my brand with a website, and so now like the biggest thing I'm gonna say is like it's humbling, and you gotta like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just like you kind of gotta like not be afraid, like and be confident enough to hand out your business card, tell people, hey, check out my website, hey, check out my brand, like. That experience right there in itself, man, like that, I feel like it definitely helps you as a person, because it's like you're finally putting yourself out there, and like it builds you, honestly. That's how I feel.
No, for sure. And I be having to remember sometimes. Well, what's really cool now is that back in the day, I used to present myself as like, oh, I'm Smiley Rojas Nunez, and I work for such and such company. And now it's like, and now I've finally gotten to the point where it's just like, oh, I'm Smiley Rojas, I'm a rapper.
Nice.
The tropics, but you will be choosing our next destination. We can explore the city, escape to the mountains. I'm there with you, no hesitation. Loco, sé quieres mami, fojo no giro, cumbia en Cali, salsa en La Habana, o una bachata conmigo cruzando la isla, quise ya el rumbo no para.
All right, so like before we get to me, where you think you're at with your process right now? Like
that's a great question. So where I'm at with my process is that I need help, in the sense that I put out, like, all right, a year ago in 2018, I put out music, and I was very naive, and I thought that, oh, if I just put it on the internet, people will listen to it.
Right.
Like, it was a very big personal accomplishment for me to put my music on Spotify. Like, I thought that was a big deal, which in a sense it is, but I was very naive, and I thought because it's on Spotify and Apple Music, people will listen.
Right.
But like, that's such a tiny part of it. Like, that's such a minuscule part. Like, bro, you need to promote, like, right. So now I put out my EP in November, and I was on the verge of linking up with someone to manage me. And that ended up falling through. So when it came time to release the EP, I didn't have that support from that person, and I had to do everything on my own. So it was kind of like getting the music on all the stores, marketing, Instagram posts, Facebook ads, like reaching out to blogs.
Wow.
And it's overwhelming, because it's like I'm an artist. I really don't give a fuck about
exactly.
Like I really don't want to be on Instagram. like oh my god. But anyways,
like, what do you when you say you don't want to be on Instagram, meaning like what do you mean by that? Like you're more of a private person. You don't want to have to keep promoting and feeding people like that.
No. If you actually watch, like, I'm on my story pretty often. I'm on my Instagram story. That's like pretty organic. Like, if I'm doing something, I don't mind sharing it. I don't feel like I'm that private of a person. But it's that when I talk like being on Instagram like that, it's like, think about influencers and stuff like that. Like, when you're really trying to push something, you have to have a strategy behind that. Like, there's a level of thinking that has to go into being, and I have like my personal Instagram. Right. Like, you're a brand. Yep. You're a brand at that point. And if you're a brand, then you have to have a strategy behind how you push your brand.
Okay.
And so that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't care enough about the promotion side of things to like be sitting down and putting that much time and energy and effort into it.
Okay. Wow, that's dope.
But I also respect the fact that has to happen. So where I am in my process right now is that I'm looking into hiring. So this thing fell through with the manager, and I honestly think that it's because maybe I wasn't gonna be offering them enough money for their services. But now that I rolled out the EP and I saw how many people have listened, and it's not to where I was hoping it would be, I'm like, all right, man, like, it's time to spend some money on this.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm at right now. Like, I got 3 music videos. Like, the project is 4 songs. There's already 3 music videos.
They're out on YouTube? I can look at it?
No, they're not out. out.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
the reason that they're not out is because I'm trying to figure out what's the proper strategy for rolling them out.
Okay. Nice.
So to wrap up the comment, where I'm at right now is that I'm about to go to Guatemala to go on a personal retreat, and I have this goal of writing 8 songs by February of 2019. Like, I want to have them written, and I have 1 song so far. And what works for me is to go to like the mountains and be in a non-distracting place. Like, I've been in Oaxaca for a year now, and I didn't write 1 song. And 2 weeks ago, I went to a little mountain village where I was isolated and dolo by myself.
Nice.
And in 2 days, I wrote a song.
Wow. So man, you need to. Are you recording some of this? Because this content is gonna make you way more interesting. Like, are you recording when you in Oaxaca, or I don't know how to say it, or are you going to Oaxaca? Are you going to record when you go to Guatemala? Like, are you?
Oh man,
you need.
This is what I mean. Yeah.
People like that. That's going to draw people even more, because maybe because traveling is everyone's interest. So, and they're going to see like, wow, he really went here to like clear his mind. It just makes the artist more interesting, I think.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting? Like, that shit right there is just exciting. Like, and I'm glad that I can relate to you, because just me venturing out, trying to start a brand and a website. Like, of course, I had the same, like, I started this in August, right? From scratch. Like, I'm literally every day I'll come home and I'll try to think of a logo. And I finally got any 2. And then after I had the logo, I'm like, okay, I try to work on building a website and come up with apparel at the same time. And so it took about August, September, it took like 2.5 months to like have everything where I can like, okay, I can launch. I have my website, I got my first round of apparel, I can launch it now. And I thought like, as soon as I launched this thing is going like, people are gonna buy it. I already did the math about when I sell out my first set of apparel, how much I'm gonna get. And I launched it and crickets. and the thing like and the thing that I think most people go through when they start something, people like on social media, people like it, they'll comment, they'll do all this stuff. But when it comes to supporting it, like literally paying your dollar for it, that's when it's the disconnect. That's when it's like, you get few and far between. So, I mean, but I'm excited about the challenge. I mean, because I know that regardless, something's gonna come out of this. Whether this is successful or not, or whether I'm knowledgeable about this and I can help an artist, or I can help someone, along the way and say, hey, here's some tricks to the trade. Here's what I learned trying to venture out on my own and stuff like that.
No, and you know what's important about it? I mean, I have 2 comments on that. It's like, yeah, I mean, when it comes to purchasing anything, like from a person, there's a lot of things that goes into like the psychology of a human being. Like, why do people like obsess over Supreme? It's like there's there's a prestige to that brand that has been built up over time.
Yep.
And when it comes to purchasing something, it's kind of like if you're brand new, someone is like, they're not even thinking about it.
Like, I don't think people spend their money, and most human beings don't think like, my money is going to go support Amazon, or my money is going to go support Lamont. They're just kind of like, yo, this is what everybody thinks is cool, so I'm going to buy it. Like,
right.
They're not even, yeah, there's kind of a disconnect there. But the other thing I'll mention, I think, which is even more important, is that like, you wanted to do this thing, right? And you're doing it, and it could either be successful or not successful. But I guarantee that whatever the next thing in life that's supposed to happen for you is only gonna now come because you attempted to do this.
That is dope. Yeah. But yeah,
for sure, man.
Thanks for doing this, man. We kind of on an hour. Thanks for giving me an hour of your time, man.
No doubt, man. It's all love, and thank you for reaching out. I was like, hell yeah, man. Like, we gotta be supporting each other too. So thank you for reaching out to me.
Absolutely. All right, bro. I'm gonna let you go, man.
All right, yo, deuces.
I don't know if I'm gonna have it. If I don't have it, send it to me. I'm gonna let you know if I have the video.
Word. We'll talk.
All right.
All right, yo, deuces.
Have no reasons to apologize.